Hi guys! So today I'm going to be showing you this makeup look. Obviously, it's a pretty dramatic cut crease, and this is a great look for you girls with really deep or large eyes, or those of you with monolids who don't have any crease. It's a great way to just like fake it till you make it type of thing. I use like all warm and neutral shades just to show you that you can like rock it on a everyday, not an everyday, that's a bit too much, but like for a more casual look maybe. This is a really great look if you want your eyes to appear more like striking and bigger, because it just like accentuates the lid and also the crease. And for a lot of us Asian girls, we don't have deep inset eyes or like big eyes. So yeah, this is a great look just to try something different. So if you guys are interested in how to achieve this, just keep watching. Okay, so first we're going to start off with eye primer, and again I'm just going to use MAC's Soft Ochre. And I'm just taking that on my fingertips and putting that all over the lid up till the eyebrows. Haven't plucked these bad boys in a while. After primer, I'm just gonna go in with a really light colored eyeshadow just to like set the eye primer down and make the other shadows that we're gonna use later on a bit more easy to blend. So I'm taking the Kat Von D eyeshadow palette, and this is just the purple one. And I'm gonna take this like kind of highlight off egg white shell color and I'm just going to pat that on top of the lids. Because I find if you skip this step and you start blending like your colors on directly on top of the eye primer, it can be a little hard to blend because it's kind of like sticky in a way. So this will just make the blending process later on a bit easier. So from the same palette, I'm gonna take this caramelly light brown, and it's perfect for just like a natural crease color. So I'm gonna go in with a really fluffy brush, and this one's from Laura Mercier, and just start working that in the crease. So when you put this in, try to keep it just above the lid area because that's the whole like look we're going for. It's that cut crease. And then start blending it towards the front as well. So just all across that crease area. And just drag it out to about where your eyebrows start. So just this area, and then blend it through. And just start off with a little bit of product just to like map out where you're going to like go with the color, and then you can slowly build it. So when that's done, we're gonna take a darker brown just to define that crease even more. And this is what gives you that like cut crease look. So I'm gonna go in with this Sugarpop eyeshadow in the shade Bandit, and it's just a really rich, dark, warm brown. So I'm gonna take that on a tapered brush. So you can see it's kind of like pointy at the end, and this is what will fit into your socket area and give you that kind of crisp edge. And this is from Sigma, and it's their E45. So I think the trick is to take just a little at a time and slowly build it up. Otherwise it can get like really muddy and it'll be a mess. So just taking a little bit of that on the tip, I'm going to start mapping out the crease. And so if you have smaller lids, just press into where the bone is. It's like the orbital, oh yeah. So press onto the orbital bone, and that's where you want your crease to be, or like your fake crease. Start working that in. I like to start from the outside and then slowly just work it into the center. And you want to hold your brush so that most of the pressure is like going downwards and not kind of cutting into the lid area, because you want that lid area to be really clean. And then at the end, I like to just kind of wing it out. And then when you get to the front, make sure it's kind of blended in, like, so it doesn't just kind of stop there. Otherwise it'll look really unnatural. I look like a drag queen again. So yeah, just be patient with it because it'll take like a few layers to actually build up. So after, when you've kind of like laid down that crease area and you want this part to be more defined, go in with a pencil brush and take that same dark brown and then just concentrate it in that crease. And then just drag it out a little. This is also a great look if you have uneven eyelids like I do. So this one is like bigger than this one. So on a normal day-to-day basis, my eyeliner has to be a bit thicker on this side just to compensate for those bigger lids. So with this look, you can cancel that out just by evening out the lid size with where you put this crease. So now I'm gonna take a flat shader brush like this one, and I'm gonna go back into that first white bone color and sharpen up like where the edge meets that dark brown. Just make it a bit sharper so it kind of defines that lid area a bit more. So it's kind of like faking an eye shape in a way. So in order to create that like larger lid area, you need to just blend it away with this light color to make it look like one. So on top of that white lid, we're gonna put a really soft gold kind of color just to like complement that dark brown. And I'm gonna go in with the same flat top brush and take this Sugarpop eyeshadow in Smash and just press that over the lid. Make sure you keep it still within the lines. I also forgot to mention, when you pick like a crease color, like the browns we used, make sure it's matte because it'll like replicate a shadow. You don't want that to be shiny because like you want that to be sunken in. It's kind of just like highlighting, contouring. So with the lids, you want to bring that out. So you can use shimmery and like light colors, but yeah, just keep the crease really matte. So this is the look so far. Now we're just gonna define the lower lash line, and I'm gonna go back in with the Sugarpop eyeshadow in Bandit, the dark brown, and just run that on the lower lash line. For the inner corner, I'm gonna put like a pop of white eyeshadow just in the inner tear duct area, just to open up the eyes a little bit more. Now we're going to put some eyeliner on just on the upper lids. You can keep it like a thin wing or like a really dramatic long wing. It just depends what look you're kind of going for. So I'm gonna make this pretty dramatic. I'm gonna wing it out so that it connects with the outer edge of where we drew the crease. And then blend it back in. Okay, now I'm just gonna pop on some lashes, so I'll be right back. Okay, so the lashes are on. Now I'm just going to run a brown eyeliner on the lower lash line and just connect it to the outer edge of that eyeliner. And then blend it out with a pencil brush, just so it's kind of like smoky and soft. And that's the eyes done. Now I'm just gonna like quickly do my face. Today I'll be using I'll be using the Urban Decay, the flushed palette, and taking their bronzer, which I really like because it's, I don't know, it's a really universal shade and it looks really natural. So just dusting that into the cheeks, onto the cheeks, into the cheeks. And then from the same palette, I'm just gonna take a bit of this blush color. I don't really want like a lot of color on the cheeks because the eyes are already kind of like, so yeah, just keep it natural. For lips, you could pretty much go in with anything like a really classic red or like a nude, but today I'm just gonna take one of my favorite lip liners, and it's kind of like this pinky mauve color called Whirl. And if you're wondering, this is the color that Kylie Jenner uses to get those like lips. So if you wanted that, it's called, ow, it's called Whirl. So over that, I'm going to put one of my favorite lipsticks. It's called Brave by MAC, and just, yeah, pop it on top. Lastly, a bit of highlighting to sprinkle on top. And I'm just gonna go back into the Urban Decay Flash Palette, and I'm just gonna take this highlight shade in the middle and dust that on the usual spots. Now let's take my hair out. Ew, do I even want to take this hair out? What is this? I don't like it. Okay, we're not taking this down. All right, that's the finished look. My hair was not cooperating, so it's gonna stay up in this messy ass bun. But yeah, this is the final look. It's like pretty dramatic, I would have to say. But like I use really neutral colors, like, you know, warm browns. You could easily use, you know, purples or just any shade really. You could even add like black into the crease and just like vamp it up even more. But I think like the final look is really pretty and kind of reminds me of like a classic kind of pin-up girl kind of look. So that's all for today. Hope you guys liked it. Remember to add me on social media like Instagram or Twitter, and stay tuned because I'm coming back with more makeup tutorials. So until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye!